Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Conte. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Thuram. So he's having a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Rabiot! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I've been very impressed with this fella Upamecano. We all know of his impressive record, but he's a lovely blend of athleticism and technical nous that he developed from quite an early age. It'll be interesting to see who his opponents bring to the table to test him, because testing him demands a lot.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Now it's Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Short changes him with that pass. Rabiot. That pass has been well intercepted. Tchouaméni goes steaming forward. Strokes it back. Nicely weighted ball. Tchouaméni. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Looking to play him in. Madrid, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Hernandez. France look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. when they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Dembele. Dembele! And the ball's come loose here. Tchouaméni couldn't squeeze it through. Conte picked out brilliantly. And the finish! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Got nowhere to hide after that one. Corner. So, third corner of the game. Rudiger can get it clear. Looking here to chip it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's good play. And this is Rabiot. And it's Conte. Tchouaméni. Kante cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, well played. He can get that clear. Vinicius Junior. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Well, that has not gone well. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's had it taken off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Mbappe! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's heaved it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Thuram. And the first half is done. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Bellingham. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe! Oh, that was vital. Conte. Thuram. Can he spark a counter here?
That's going in strongly.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Valverde. Passing is crisp and sharp. Here's Tchouaméni. Valverde! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Valverde is offering a wry smile there.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. That's an excellent interception. Vinicius Junior being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Takes a shot! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's had a shot! Oh, that is really good tenacity. So their fourth corner of the game. And that has been cleared. Saliba. Now this could be a chance. And here's Dembele. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And here's Thuram. Vinicius Junior. That is Conte. Plenty of action at either end, just nothing to show for it.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have wanted at this stage, although I'm not complaining about the commitment being shown. We've seen plenty of goalmouth action.
Changement en cours.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Now it's Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And smartly reclaimed. Koundé. Conte. It's a pretty loose pass. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rabiot. Conte. And he skips past his man.
France clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Shapes to shoot!
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7, le numéro 9. À leur place, le numéro 11, le numéro 12. Attention, changement.
Madrid are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Rodrigo. Oh, really good feet. Tchouaméni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Rodrigo must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
That is Conte. Endrick running with the ball. Now it's Rodrigo. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Now it's Colomboani.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Oh, they can break here.
France couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Olise. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 25. Le numéro
Stern
10.
test is for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into
Le
extra
numéro
time.
18. Le numéro 20. Le numéro 6. Changement.
Barcola. He's a sharp little ball here. And a chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They're up to 5 corners now. Howson tries to clear. Saliba. Camavinga tries to pass it through. Now it's Zaire Emery. Gets good distance on it. Upamecano. And it's Camavinga. Carvajal cuts it out. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Asensio gets it clear. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's a lovely, neat pass. Strong running down that left flank. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Now it's Colomboani. And it's Camavinga. We've reached the midway point in extra time. So penalties loom ever closer. Is there anyone who can seize the day in the next 15 minutes?
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 8. Le numéro 5. À leur place.
And we're off for the final time.
Le numéro 21.
0-0 still. Play to win or play for penalties. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nicely aimed pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Gendouzi. Is there any support? Shot at goal! Yes, he's done it! And that might well be that! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
And they've got rid. And claimed it back swiftly. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but...
Decent chance! They've scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. There was, and that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Pass is just off target. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's in a great position here. Oh, smashing header! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now that's well seen too. And here's Mbappe, played into space out wide. He's being urged to... Decent chance! And that's caused a worry or two. France with the corner, they're first. Courtois claims comfortable. And now they can spring out of defence. Can he get it through? A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Goes for a shot! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Alexander-Arnold. Looking for options for movement. Well, that pass isn't the best. And he's there to get it away.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's picked his way through. Thuram. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Chouameni. France looking to pass their way through. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Brilliantly cut out. Hernandez gets it clear. It's a really well-measured ball. Back into the middle. Oh, that's a key interception. France trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to...
Rudiger with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Rudiger has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Cleared away. Opts to... And he's had a hit! He can get that clear. Played back in. That's a super give and go. Hernandez with... Oh, what a climb! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Mendy. And it's Valverde. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Played out to the right. Madrid are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Dembele, who does have an assist to his name, out towards the flank. Bellingham. And it's Valverde. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Head over towards the opposite flank. Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. Hernandez. And Upamecano. And it's Koundé. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Kante is in a really good position out wide.
Il y aura 2 minutes de
That's
temps
tidy.
additionnel.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rabiot. And here's Mbappe. It's come through and he's had a quick look, climbs up big! Another header, but again the same outcome. And the half-time whistle goes. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Showing good feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Valverde. Look at the space here. Shot at goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Big chance! Madrid have their second corner now. And he shoots! It's in! The second half off to a spectacular start! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful of that.
Shoots! He scored! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Simplicity itself.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And yes, it's him again. So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Koundé carries the ball down the right. Traoré played out wide. Knocks it into space. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Bellingham.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He could be in here. Well, they can break here. Rabiot. Conte. And it's Koundé. Can he get on the end of this? He's got away. Valverde could move up a gear here. Now it's Mbappe. Spread neatly. What a throw in.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7, le numéro 9. À leur place, le numéro 11, le numéro 12. Attention,
That is a brilliant
changement.
interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Rodrigo. Chouameni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Olise. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that has left him in a heap. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their
À
benches.
leur place, le numéro 6, le numéro 19. Changement en cours.
And it's Camavinga. Alaba. Now he's got space here. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's onside. There's the shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes.
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely...
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolute...
And the shot! Off the post! That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Could move up a gear here. The ball has bounced loose now. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I've been very impressed with this fella Upamecano. We all know of his impressive record, but he's a lovely blend of athleticism and technical nous that he developed from quite an early...
There could be trouble here. Oh, good take in a good area. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Upamecano puts his foot on the gas. Passing is crisp and sharp. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Saliba gets rid without sophistication. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That looks a good ball through. He's found great chance! Oh, it's Kante. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Gets a good foot in there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Tries to play it through. Hernandez could try cutting inside here. France with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Koundé cuts it out. Valverde. Madrid are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And here's Valverde. Played out to the left flank. And the shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And he's only too happy to take that back. 30 minutes gone. Rabiot, played back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Valverde is carrying after that one. And here's Vinicius Junior. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, sweet feet. Alexander-Arnold drives forward on the overlap.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's been given away. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Bellingham. Tchouameni. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Played out wide. Great ball, and he's in here! And he's managed to get free. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Here we go again then.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And that is a little undercooked. France trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Rabiot. Conte. Here's Tchouameni. Valverde. Oh, they could break here. And here's Mbappe. Aims beyond the... Oh, they could be caught out here. And France can counter now. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. And this is Dembele. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Knocks it into space. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Conte. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that was very necessary. Oh, terrible pass. He has found the way through. Thuram stood his ground strongly. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he has been fouled there. And he is going into that little black book.
Attention, changement.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. It's a loose ball. Conte shifted it to the flank. Great vision. Mbappe gets into a good position. Vinicius Junior under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
That's really well manoeuvred.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's picked it up out wide. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Koundé has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game, promising one.
À leur place, le numéro 11, le numéro 6, changement.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Now it's Kante. Madrid are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And here's Thuram.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Tchouaméni, Eder Militao, Howson. It's a Crutchfield ball towards the other flank. And it's Tchouaméni.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That looks a cracking ball. Well, the clearance is short.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And it's Kante. Howson spots it and intercepts. Camavinga. That's a good run down the left. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well timed, excellent
Il y aura 2
interception.
minutes de temps additionnel.
2 minutes to be added on. So, what can they make of this? Conte. Olise. Now that's a fine challenge. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Les propriétaires des voitures en stationnement sur la bretelle d'accès au stade sont priés de les déplacer
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
Le numéro 10, le numéro 9,
Now it's
le
Olise.
numéro 25,
Brahim Diaz.
le numéro
Threads
20,
one in.
le numéro
No,
12,
that was never going to
le
make it.
numéro 18, changement en cours.
And it's Camavinga. And that's been drilled in. In he goes again! Yes! He's done it! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on
Le
anything.
numéro 18,
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Attention, changement.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
France have broken through. It's 1-0. Brahim Diaz. Camavinga. Barcola.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Little doubt, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Zaire Emery gets it away. Out of play for a throw. Rodrigo. Looking to play him in. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Half-time, extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4. Le numéro
and so the last chance to find a winner.
Le numéro 15.
Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And the shots! And he hits the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out bad.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin, that's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Chers spectateurs, je vous invite à consulter l'écran pour retrouver
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Rabiot kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Thuram. Can he get it through? And a chance! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he plays one through. Shot could be on. Vinicius Junior! In he goes again! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of...
Goes for a shot! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Mbappe, Saliba does well to get it back. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Lovely bit of skill. He's shifting through the gears here. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Looking for options for movement. Delivery from Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. There's the shot! Tchouaméni gets good distance on it. Great vision. Valverde picks it up out wide. France trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now that's a lovely exchange. Rudiger getting this one. Decent chance! Goal! France! And they're back in front. Mbappe at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Now it's Thuram. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Conte. Some good work on the right flank here. Mbappe. And here's Thuram.
There they go, hunting again.
No foul, says the referee. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. And he was alert to it.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And here's Dembele! He would have been quick to recover this. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And we hit half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Rabiot. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. And the shot! And yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times.
Shoots! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's having a shot! Kante can get it clear. Vinicius Junior looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
He's cut it out. And he's managed to get rid.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Rabiot. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he's had a hit! Superb from Valverde! About as smooth as it gets! And the game is well and truly turned on its head! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 14. À sa place, le numéro 11.
So,
Attention,
time for changes
changement.
on both sides, actually. Madrid take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that is a little undercooked. Howson gets it clear. Hernandez.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Dembele. And it's Conte. Tchouaméni tries to pass it through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10, le numéro 7. À leur place, le numéro 20, le numéro 24. Changement en cours.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Driving on and making good progress. Well, that is one way to stop him. Tchouaméni is the guilty party there. And that's going to be a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 26.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 18.
Zaire Emery. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Hernandez. Doué is onto this. Oh, shooting chance!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And he thumps it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, he refuses to take the bait. Hernandez. He has a look out. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. And it's Doué. Thuram. There's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
He's very lucky to recover that, and he shouldn't have put himself in that position in the first place.
Zaire Emery. It's a searching pass. Just the goalkeeper tries a shot!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Keep the ball, and you win the game. It really is that simple. Howson. And back to the goalkeeper. Chouameni did well to step in there.
Temps
That was
additionnel,
more than
5
necessary.
minutes.
Camavinga. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. He's got away. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Oh, he's taken it. Chance for a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
So that's it. It is all over. Madrid have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
Votre attention.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team.
In fourth, real chance! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Can he latch on to this? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Mbappe. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally, you'll be bound to see him in the final third, where he can get the very best out of his strengths.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Olise. Now this could be a chance. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Mbappe.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
France are looking to break at pace. Well, that is one way to stop him. Mbappe looking to run onto it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Chouameni. Madrid are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. For Olise. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking. Over to the left. Hernandez with the delivery.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Valverde did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, well played, well played. Cleared without complication. Bellingham. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, Red, nice interception. Chouameni.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Rabiot. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Valverde! France applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Now he's got space here. He's in a great position here. In by Vinicius Junior. Koundé. Shot could... Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Madrid have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. France are looking to go forward now. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Thuram. It's Hernandez. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's quick to get it clear again. And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Tchouaméni does really well there, he is strong. Driving on and making... Takes a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. That has been knocked clear. And that's an errant pass.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. They've got to make this nice and quick.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior. That has found him in acres of space. Big chance! Well, the ball's come. Oh, he's been caught napping. Not the most accurate pass. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. That is Conte. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he has been fouled there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 8.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 7. Changement.
Goulet. Chance for a shot! Oh, how's that for a goal? He's got himself an absolute peach. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
So there's going to be another change here.
À leur place,
So the first goal of the game.
le numéro
Well, when the
18.
going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking for a run-up. And it's hoisted clear. He's had it taken off him.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take...
Mbappe! Conte. Just about up to 75 minutes. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
It's their second corner of the game.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 5. Le numéro 25. À leur
It's
place,
really well cleared.
le numéro 24. Le numéro 21. Le numéro 19.
Quick look, then
Changement en
plays it,
cours.
climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Now it's Barcola. Looking for options for movement. All right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. France with this to level it up. Oh, crossbar! And he can clear it away. Oh, good ball! Shapes to shoot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 3 coming up.
Attention, changement.
It's gone for a throw-in. Oh, that's neat. This looks promising. Doué goes for a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what? And he shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it will make him feel much better at the moment.
Madrid still ahead by the game's only goal. Nicely weighted ball. Zayed gets the shot away! Mendy with the clearance.
France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Desperate defending required here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's going to go a long way. That's a throw. Zaire Emery. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Back into the middle.
5 minutes.
Good ball, good take. Now there's a fine ball. In by Klaus. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Hernandez. Played back in. Can he get it through? Barcola's cross. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. All hands on deck for this one. Thuram! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Madrid have held on. They have... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Valverde did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And claimed it back swiftly. Saliba cuts it out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Lovely bit of skill. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rabiot. Valverde. Valverde! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Pass somewhat off target. Neither side yet able to find the net. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's in a great position here. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tchouaméni turns back here, probably the best option. Aims beyond the defence. Cross deflected behind for a corner. France with the corner, they're first. Madrid are looking to go forward now. It's a searching pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Mendy. That's a cute ball. Hernandez. Conte. And it's Rabiot. Tchouaméni. Driving. Goes for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the keeper couldn't hold it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. It's their second corner of the game. And he's gone looking for safety. And now they can spring out of defence. And they've got rid. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Takes a shot! That's going to go a long way. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Kante charging forward, the ball at his feet. Rabiot. Oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Bellingham. Little pass back. And it's Tchouaméni. Driving forward.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Mbappé. It's Thuram. Chance here to counter. A probing pass. Mendy kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. And that'll be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we are back on the way.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Mbappé going full tilt down the left. Rabiot. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Hernandez. Passing is crisp and sharp. Strokes it back. And this is Dembele. Mendy.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappé. And he's had it nicked away. And here's Mbappé.
Mbappé really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Vinicius Junior, and here's the chance to counter. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Kante picks it up out wide. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Thuram. Mbappé.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Dembele. And still we await the first breakthrough. Now it's Mbappé. Conte. Rabiot. Dembele. Dembele! Cleared without complication.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Koundé calmly anticipates. Mbappé! Hops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Great chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 25. Le numéro 14. À leur place, le numéro 20. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 18. Le numéro 19. Attention, changement.
He might have to go it alone here. That looks a good ball through.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And it's Hernandez. Hernandez. Guendouzi. Tries to get it clear. Camavinga chips it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Mbappe.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Now it's Barcola. Guendouzi. That's a sharp pass.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know.
And the shot! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one...
And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Chers spectateurs,
Gorgeous,
nous
gorgeous
vous souhaitons la
evening. The
bienvenue
skies
au
are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Rabiot. Rabiot! The pressing's intense and it's paid off. So what can they make of this? Now it's Vinicius Junior. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Vinicius Junior really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now who's going to be... He's going for goal! Valverde stood his ground strongly. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Vinicius Junior. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vinicius Junior. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Mbappe. Look at the space here. Oh, this looks sharp. Saliba makes the interception. Bellingham. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, when it comes to being...
He's had a shot! Superb from Valverde! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Thuram, chance, surely! Oh, another save.
Thuram really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
And we have our very first corner. Deftly away. Looking for the run. Mbappe. Lovely feet. Eder Militao is there and he can get that clear. Back in once more. Kante does really well to win the ball there. Vinicius Junior, and he's on his way! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome, too much traffic.
And here's Dembele. Oh, well played, well played. And a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold, and that has left him in a heap. That's a little off target. Now, can they get him away? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Tries a shot! Thuram.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Dembele. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Madrid leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Conte has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
Thuram proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Zaire Emery really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This looks promising. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Rabiot. Team still separated by the game's only goal. This ended up in no man's land. That's going to go a long way. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. That's been slipped through. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, that was vital. Zaire Emery. France do have a chance to counter here. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Nice bit of trickery.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 14.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 7. Le numéro 10. À leur place, le numéro 11. Le numéro 21. Le numéro
Your
24.
impression so far, Jim?
Le numéro
Well, this
20.
lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Conte. And the counter is on. Now it's Thuram. Pinches it off him. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Valverde. Mbappe! Can he finish? No way through there. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 25.
So, time for changes
Le numéro
on
18.
both sides, actually.
À leur place, le numéro 19. Le numéro 6. Changement.
Not the most accurate pass. Madrid have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Great defending, strong and determined. Saliba concedes a free kick for that. And that's going to be a booking. Brahim Diaz. Oh, sweet feet. It's a promising position. Chance for a shot! He has done it! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Tries to play it through. Doué! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Mendy. And it's Doué. Barcola. Oh, good take in a good area. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Doué.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Looking for options for movement. Upamecano. Hernandez. Doué looking to penetrate opposition lines. Now it's Mbappe. Mendy. It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Carvajal. Great vision. Now it's Brahim Diaz.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Decent chance!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Takes a shot. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's fab. Real chance! The whistle has gone and it is all over. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.